Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Yahweh being the true world, they call it God, Ba'ashem being the name of, and Yahushai being the true our Lord and Savior. The world they call Jesus, and the Rakah Kradash, being the Holy Spirit. Respect to you, Akim, and the God family, brothers and sisters, pushing the work of the Lord in true faith and sincerity, and continuing to abide in faith in this perilous and gruesome times. So today's edification and exhortation in this lesson, I'm basically going over how ultimately Marcus the Beast, the MOTB, the potato chip, is in the Old Testament, man. And the reason why I'm doing this lesson is, for these bug outs out here, man, who say that, all the MOTB, Marcus the Beast not being the potato chip because there's not that much precepts that back it up, apparently, But the thing is that, the MOTB is mentioned, in the Old Testament for you Old Testament only people, man. It's mentioned, man. And there's many accounts in the scriptures that the MOTB was spoken of, man. But at the end of the day, man, we have to realize that in the times that we're in, man, the more news that's coming out, the more, the government is revealing things, we're starting to see that ultimately Revelations 13 and 16 is the potato chip, man. The RF, brothers got to speak in code, man, because Esau is taking us out of the algorithm, man. Because Esau knows we're speaking the truth, man. But ultimately, man, it's out here, man. It's out here. Even regular people that are not even in the truth. Even heathens know what the Marcus the Beast is, man. And then you got Jake out here in various camps, saying that the Marcus, is Caesar Borgia or Christianity or sleeping with white women. That's off, man, according to scripture, because it's not scripturally sound, and ultimately it's not scholarly sound anyway, man. Trying to sell the chip. Yes, damn, I said it, man. But fuck it, man. But basically, the potato chip, man. They're trying to say a potato chip is, ultimately, sleeping with white women and shit. That's just off, man. But that's ultimately a stumbling block for those, who the Lord didn't choose, man. But first, let's go to the book of Isaiah. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 31. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, and it says, the heading says, help not in Egypt, but in God. And that's facts, man. When you go into the word Egypt, in the Greek, it's the word Egyptu, which means slavery / bondage, man. And basically, spiritually right now, we're in Egypt, man. Is America's the new Egypt, man. Because ultimately we're in bondage right now, man. We're in mental bondage right now. We were once in physical bondage. Now we're in mental bondage, So you're not going to find help, in Babylon, man. Spiritual Egypt. You're not going to find, help in here. Only help you're going to find is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But now let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, and starting with the first verse, and it reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. So woe meaning destruction. So he says, destruction unto them that go down to Egypt for the help, man. So you niggas who are going to, the government, for help, ultimately when he starts to issue, these things, like with Vanessa Vax, man. With Vanessa Vax, you niggas was running to the government, taking multiple, shots and all that, man. Cause you guys trusted in Egypt, man. You guys are going there for them for help when you should be turning into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for help. Especially when it comes to health too. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has already put, and created various resources in the earth, to ultimately heal you, man, from any sickness, man. And most importantly, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you can heal anything, man. And continue on the verse, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, man. So when it's representing horses, chariots, and all that, that's all metaphorically representing the devices that Esau has, his technology. You know, the reason why you guys trust, you know, and the government is all because all of Esau's technology. You think, oh, all the miracles he's doing, you know, and all that, you know, it makes him, you know, to be makes him have the ability for you to trust him, man. You know, which is not the way, man. Esau's technology ain't shit, man. You know, because our, you know, power, you know, our warfare, you know, spiritual warfare, man. You know, our weapons of warfare are not carnal but spiritual, man. You know, and continue on the verse, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So you niggas, man, trust in Egypt, man. You niggas trust in bondage, man. You know, you niggas trust in captivity. You know, and you do not look at the Holy One of Israel, man. Neither seek the Lord, man. You know, so you niggas don't you know, trust in the Lord, man. And that's gonna be your demise, man. You know? And now let's verse 2. Yet also he is wise and will bring evil, and we will not call back his words, but will arise the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. In verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together, man. You know, so at the end of the day, the government, you know, these men, you know, Esau, you know, he's a man at the end of the day, man. You know, he's a man. You know, that's carnal, man. You know, that's something. He's carnal, man. So why would you believe in something that's carnal when you have a spiritual specimen right there, man? You know, that lives forever, man. You know, and that does everything in righteousness, man. You know, but you niggas who trust in Egypt, man, you know, it's gonna be your demise, man. Just remember that, man. You know, just remember that, man. And now let's go to the book of Revelations, man. You know, basically just showing, you know, you guys believe in oppression, man. You know, you guys believe what the government says. And crazy thing is that when you go into the word government, the word government means mind control, man. So they're already, you know, setting it up to the point that they can control you, man. So they can make you think that they're God, man. You know? So this is why you have to wake up, man, and not be deceived by Satan's devices, man. And now let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, in verse 16, man. You know, let's go on what the Marquis the Beast is, man. You know? All right. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 16. And it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. So it says that in the future that it's gonna all, you know, every person, you know, whether you be small, you know, or great, man. Whether you be where you go from a homeless person on the street to damn, you know, Jay-Z, man. You know, everyone's gonna receive that thing, man. You know, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. And let's go see what the word mark means in this context, man. Because you got to be a scholar, man. You got to be a scholar, man. You know, in this thing, man. You got to know etymology. You got to know words, man. You know, to prove your claim. You know, and now let's mark, man. So, mark right here.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma. Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
See, karagma. You know, a karagma, as we would say, man. Karagma. See? And now we go into the word salak, man. Let's go back to all right. You go into the word karagma, man. You know, see?
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
See, karagma, you know. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark, man. You know, thing carved, sculpture, graven work. Go into the definition. All right, definition right here. It says charagma, from the same as Strong's G5482, as a scratch or etching, a i.e. stamp as a badge of servitude, man. You know, so if you take this, you know, if you take the mark, you know, then you're showing a badge of servitude. You're showing that Esau is your God, man. Or sculptured figure, statue, graven mark, man. So at the end of the day, once you take this, you're worshiping, an idol, man, which is Esau Edom, man. You know, you make him your God, man, if you take it, man. So ultimately, this proves our theory, you know, that the brother's been saying for years, man, that ultimately the RFI, you know, potato chip, you know, is the MOTB, man, is Marcus the Beast, man. You know, because that's the only thing that fits in the description of it, man. An imprinted mark, man. You know, an imprinted mark in your right hand, man. And Esau's already showing, you know, this, man. He's already showing this, man. You know, having Neuralink, you know, and all that, man. You know, you guys gotta wake up, man. It's right in front of you, man. You know, see, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work, man. You know, so this something's that's gonna be, you know, inserted, man. You know, inserted inside of you, man. You know, that's a cutting or incision in the flesh, man. You know. And now let's go to the book of Acts, man. Chapter 17 and verse 29. All right. This book of Acts, chapter 17 and 29, it reads, "For as much then as we are the offspring of God, we are out not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone graven by art in man's devices," man. You know? So we're not supposed to think that, the Most High, man, you know, it is gonna be like unto, you know, a graven, you know, image, man, you know, or like a, you know, idol, man. You know, it says gold, silver. That's all representing the devices of idols, man. You know. And now let's go on to the word graven, man. You know, in this context, man, because guess what? The same definition is going to have as the previous verse you just read in Revelations 13. You see? When we read it in Revelations 13 and 16, you know, the Strong's, you know, G was charagma, man. The same word, you know, the same word, identical word that we read in Revelations 13. Why is it in, you know, Acts 17 and 29? Because it's referring to the same thing, man. You know, and watch. Let's go. Charagma, man. See, an imprinted mark, man. You know, a sculpture, graven work, something carved. You know, incision in the flesh. You know, you see? You see, man? You know, so that's showing you that ultimately, the MOTB, is a incision in the flesh, man. It's a graven. It's something that's carved inside of you, man. But all these places I'm showing that isn't in the New Testament. But now let's get to the point, man. Let's get to the point. Go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and 6. All right. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 36 and verse 6, and it reads, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed," So you trusted in the staff of the broken reed, man, on Egypt, So when you look at a broken reed, man, a broken reed. Let's show you what a broken reed looks like, man. It almost looks like a syringe, man. Look, it looks like a syringe, man. You see, it looks like a syringe, which that's what they're gonna put in your right hand or your forehead, man, or any part of your body, they choose to do it, man. So like when it says broken reed, this is a metaphor, this is parabolically showing, the syringe, man, that they're gonna place in you, man. You see, man, it looks like an old syringe. Let's go back to the verse. Thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed. You're trusting in, it looks like a syringe, man. So that's representing, the potato chip, man. And on Egypt spiritually being America, man. Because America right now is spiritually Egypt, man. Because of what? I already explained it before. Because the word Egypt in the Greek comes Egypto, which means slavery or bondage, man. And America is the house of bondage, man. So so if you read it like the way I just broke it down, thou trustest in the staff of the broken reed, and I just explained what the broken reed is. The charagma, man. On Egypt, America brought broken in the charagma. Thou trustest in the charagma of America, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So what else? So this is speaking about sleeping with white women, No. This is speaking about the RFID potato chip, man. It'll go in his hand. Remember when we're reading, Revelations, Revelations, it says that in his right hand, which shows that this is, congruent or similar, the same context to what was spoken on in Revelations 13, man. Speaking about the mark, man. It'll go in his right hand and pierce it. Remember, when you go into the word mark, in that context, it goes to the word charagma, which means a incision or cutting in the flesh, man. And pierce it. So is the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him, man. So the potato chip, man, is the mark, man. In the MOTB is in the Old Testament, man. Isaiah 36 and 6, man. This is speaking about this, man. So that's why niggas have to be studied to show that self-improved, man. That's why you have to go into words. That's why you have to go do research, man. But you see, this is speaking on the MOTB, man, in the Old Testament, man. Precept upon precept, man. And now let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 27, to close it out. Or Sirach. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 27, starting at the first verse, and it reads, "Many have sinned for a small matter." So a lot of people have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eye away. You seeking for abundance, you seeking for, pleasures of this world, money in this world, man. You're gonna turn your eyes away, man. In verse 2, "As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doeth sin stick close between buying and selling. Remember, when we're reading in Revelations 13 and 16, you know, that no man might buy or sell, lest he that have the you know, the mark, man. You know, lest he that have the mark, man. So you cannot buy or sell unless you have the mark, man. You know, which shows that this is referring to the context, you know, of, you know, Revelations 13, man. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of a stone. What do you think the nail, you know, represents, man, between the joining of the stones, man? What do you think that represents, man? You know, an incision, man. A nail is something that goes in something, man, which is representing an incision. So this is metaphorically representing, man, the charagma, man. You know, the potato chip, man. You know, wake up. It's right in front of you, man. You know, in verse 3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall be overthrown, man. So if you're not holding yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord, following all his ways, you're not actually waking up to the truth, then your house will be overthrown, man. You know, the Lord will destroy you, man, if you take the potato chip, man. You know? So with that, Lord, when you have fire to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakardash, man. You know, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear what I'm saying, man, you know, and then you will see that ultimately that the MOTB, man, is in the Old Testament, man. You know, in this lesson, I explained that, man. So, Lord, when you had five, I have to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakardash, Shalom, Akim, stay up, keep the faith.